I love Agatha Christie, and I know a lot of my followers do too. Last year, I hosted 2 Agatha Christie Solvealongs, where me and my followers all read the book at the same time and tried to guess who done it. So I'm super excited to announce our 2 Agatha Christie Solvealongs for 2025. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. I'm a mystery author and a mystery reader, and I'm on a mission to read every single mystery that Agatha Christie ever wrote. I have tried to solve her books many times, sometimes successfully, sometimes not, and you can find my whole Agatha Christie playlist in the description. Since we had so much fun last year trying to solve Agatha Christie mysteries together, I have planned 2 more solve-alongs for 2025. The first will be for Peril at End House, and the second will be for Hercule Poirot's Christmas. I will announce the dates for these solve-alongs in this video, and I will also post reminders on my community tab when they are getting closer, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you will be in the loop. For each solve-along, we will be discussing the books in 3 parts, and I will post videos on these dates with my thoughts on the assigned chapters for that day. Together, we will go over all the potential suspects, our theories, and you can chime in the comment section with your thoughts. Of course, you are welcome to watch along with these videos even if you have read the books before, but please keep all spoilers out of the comment section because that ruins the fun for everyone. And also, if you haven't read these books yet, but the dates don't work for you for some reason, that's totally okay. The videos will be here so you can always go back to them at a later date. That being said, let's first talk about our solve-along dates for Peril at End House. This is a Poirot mystery, and it also features Hastings. I actually really like Hastings in the Poirot books because I just find it so amusing how he thinks that he is so great at solving crimes and that Poirot is so lucky to have him, while simultaneously being incredibly dense. I know that's a hot take, and a lot of people really don't like the Hastings books, and evidently Agatha Christie didn't like them that much either since she got rid of Hastings fairly quickly, but I actually really love the Poirot-Hastings dynamic in these books and in the David Suchet show. The premise of Peril at End House is that Poirot and Hastings are on a holiday in Cornwall when they meet this young woman named Nick Buckley, and Nick tells Poirot about how she's had a suspicious number of brushes with death recently. Poirot thus becomes convinced that someone is trying to kill Nick and that this girl needs his help before the killer ultimately succeeds. Since this is set while Poirot is on a beach holiday, I thought it would be a great choice for a summer solve-along, and we will be reading this book together in the month of June. So if you want to join and try to solve Peril at End House with us, we will be reading chapters 1 through 8 and discussing them on June 4th. Then on June 8th, we will be discussing chapters 9 through 17, and this will be your last chance to get your final guess in before the reveal. Then on June 11th, we will discuss chapters 18 through the end and see if any of us guessed correctly. This schedule should break the book up into pretty manageable chunks. Obviously, I haven't read the book before, so I don't know if these are the perfect stopping points, but I think this is a decent schedule that most people should be able to keep up with. Now, if you've read Peril at End House before or you can't participate in our solve-along, that is totally okay because we are going to be having a second solve-along in December for Hercule Poirot's Christmas. So the premise of Hercule Poirot's Christmas is that it is the holidays, and this very wealthy man named Simon Lee has ordered all of his sons and their wives to visit him for the holidays. Simon makes an announcement that he is officially cutting all of his sons out of his will, and Poirot is called in to deal with the aftermath. I do not know who specifically is murdered. I'm kind of assuming that is going to be Simon Lee because it sounds like he is not a likable guy, and cutting off your sons and their wives definitely gives all of them a motive to potentially kill you. So I'm assuming that he's going to be our murder victim, but it doesn't actually say in the description. Since this book takes place at Christmas, the holiday season seemed like a great time for a solve-along. One of my commenters did say that the book is not too holiday forward, but it has Christmas in the title, so I think December is as good a time to solve it as any. Now, when I looked at the table of contents for Hercule Poirot's Christmas, this book is actually not told in chapters, it is told in parts. So we're only going to be reading about 2 or 3 parts for each date of the solve-along. On December 17th, I will be posting the first video on my channel discussing parts 1, 2, and 3. On December 21st, I will post a video discussing parts 4 and 5. Again, that will be your last chance to get your final guesses in before the reveal. And then on December 24th, Christmas Eve, I will post the final part of this solve-along where we will discuss parts 6 and 7 and once again see if anyone is able to solve the mystery. I love Agatha Christie mysteries. I love trying to solve them, and I love being able to discuss her books with all of you. So I do hope that you will participate in one or both of our solve-alongs if you're able. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so that you will always receive my updates and my reminders about when the solve-alongs are coming up. And why don't you drop a Christmas tree emoji if you watch this entire video? And if you missed last year's solve-along where we tried to solve 5 Little Pigs by Agatha Christie, you can watch part 1 right here. Thank you so much for being here today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time. Goodbye.